Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Tashi Dalek. First of all, I would like to thank each one of you for participating in this session as well. And also, I would like to thank our online participants. This is the most anticipated sessions of today's conference. The student panel discussion on the theme, Rewilding the Future, Solution and Strategies for Restoration. Today, we are fortunate to hear from a group of passionate and insightful student panelists. Through their research, advocacy, and lived experience, they bring unique perspectives on how rewilding can be applied across ecological, cultural, and community contexts. To begin this session, I would like to warmly welcome our chairperson, Dr. Prashant Rakesh Chauhanji, to the dais. I also invite our student panelists to kindly come forward and take your seats. We have Ms. Diksha Shakya, Ms. Tanzin Igzes Choskit, Mr. Pawan Kumar, Ms. Sange Tolma, and Ms. Ananya Tommy. Thank you, everyone. So without taking much of time, I would like to read a brief bio of our chairperson, Dr. Prashant Rakesh Chauhanji. Dr. Prashant Rakesh Chauhan is a distinguished social work educator, practitioner, and researcher, currently serving an associate professor at the Amity Institute of Social Science, Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, Noida. He leads the BSW, MSW, and MA in Development Studies programs and serves as the stream coordinator for social work. With over 18 years of experience, his expertise spans child labor, human rights, livelihood, corporate social responsibility, community development, and environmental protection. So may I kindly request Dr. Chauhanji to kindly lead this session and also kindly notify our student panelists about the time. So they will be given 4 minutes. Thank you so much. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, so namaskar, good evening, everyone. Uh, every session today was excellent, and I would like to thank first of all, Tibet House and the team for inviting us and giving us time, though it is little late. And youth is the future. Every speaker I think was telling since beginning, but I think youth is getting time at the end. This is a dilemma, but we'll work out how we will take forward, because youth has to take forward their own roads ahead. So we will take this session. Um, Definitely, we have a wonderful youth representation on the stage, and when we talk about this, especially this session, which is saying the rewilding the future, solutions and strategies for restoration, actually. So if we are talking about future, then youth is future. I don't think anyone in this hall will disagree with this, because we all are here, and youth, that energy which they have, and I think somebody said that we are talking since from past many years. I am not going into different ways, but each speaker, in every conference talks about certain generic issues which we are listening and listening and listening, and our climate is changing. So I think this session is going to be very important in a manner where what we speak and what we are expected to do, and what are our responsibilities, because we talk a lot, but definitely we do not follow and perform or act which is required for the पर्यावरण. सो आई थिंक पृथ्वी को बचाना कोई विकल्प नहीं बल्कि एक जरूरत है, एंड आई थिंक ऑल इन दिस हाउस विल एग्री, बिकॉज दिस इज समथिंग विच वी आर नॉट giving anything in gift to our nature. If we want to survive, this is our duty, that we should protect our nature. So I think this session, when we are talking about restoration, so this is very important, and a lot of efforts are being done in many ways, and definitely uh, in Viksit Bharat, when we are expecting that there will be certain new changes will happen, when Honorable Prime Minister is specifically, focusing on this, and His Excellency Dalai Lama ji's also, vision about compassion and how we can restore our nature. So I think in this session I will not take much time, and I will request all my young friends that I know you have energy and you can talk a lot by your experience, but don't worry, you will get a chance. बट हेयर वी हैव टू मिनिमाइज, सो भावनाओं को हमें अपने कंट्रोल में रखते हुए वी नीड टू मैनेज द टाइमिंग. सो 4 minutes आर सम हाउ वी आर सेइंग. So whatever you want to don't follow write up or something. So it's better you speak in length, and let's see what we are coming to a conclusion. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so in the first yeah, so we have first panelist with us. She is Diksha Shakya. She's a MA Psychology student from Galgotia University. So psychology is always important for all of us. So definitely it has a relation with the nature also. So Diksha, over to you. Please maintain the time frame, but don't, whatever you want to speak, just speak up.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Diksha Shakya from Galgotia's University. Today, I'll be talking about a very impactful topic, that is eco-psychology. That is the intersection between environment and psychology. As we face climate crisis, it's important to understand its impact. Moving forward to learning what exactly eco-psychology is. It is a field that explores a deep connection between our psychological well-being and the natural world. The idea first emerged in 1990s with thinkers like Theodore Roszak and Joanna Macy. Core idea is that mental health and nature are intertwined. When we harm our planet, we harm ourselves. Let's understand the psychological impacts. Climate change isn't just an environment issue, but a psychological one too. We now experience climate anxiety, eco-grief, and solastalgia, which is a deep sadness when the environment around us changes or is being destroyed, which we can understand by a recent experience, that was Hyderabad incident, where the animals were shouting for our help, they were shrilling and they were crying. The disconnection from nature is one major cause of ecological damage, and psychological distress is a growing disconnection from nature. We are urbanizing, we are digitalizing our lives, living between four walls, and we are spending less and less time outdoors. And a very famous psychologist, Richard, calls this nature deficit disorder, which leads to apathy, stress, and anxiety. But there are certain psychological practices that we as individuals can do. There are many practices inspired by eco-psychology. Nature-based therapies can reduce stress and anxiety. Eco-art therapy helps people reconnect with earth. Even simple rituals or time spent in nature is deeply therapeutic. It is important to restore the balance. When we plant trees, when we clean rivers, we also restore our mental well-being. This is explained by a biophilia hypothesis that says humans have an innate love for nature just like humans have an innate instinct for survival. If you ask me what is the role of psychology, I would say it helps us understand why people avoid or deny climate change. It is due to fear, overwhelming feeling, and responsibility. Psychologists can design behavior change campaigns and support climate change and build resilience. As I come to the conclusion, I would like to say that we are a part of planet Earth, and the planet Earth belongs to us and we must care for it. Climate crisis is also a crisis of connection. It reminds us that by healing nature, we heal ourselves. Thank you.
Very good, Diksha, and I think very well mentioned about the recent, Telangana Hyderabad issue, where government and a lot of activists have taken this forward, and it was in social media. So definitely, there are many things where people are coming forward, community are coming forward, then things are changing. So good. We will not enlarge, but we will discuss in the end. Yeah. The next one, I would like to invite Ms. Stenzin. It's this Chosket.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
Good evening, everyone. It is an honor to be here as we discuss the urgent need for ecological justice in the face of accelerating environmental degradation. Today, I would like to explore rewilding not as a mere conservation strategy, but as a legal and moral imperative. So, what I want to explore through today is that as humans, if we can reshape the landscape, we can also restore. So as we all know that the global community stands just 5 years away from the 2030 deadline of achieving the SDG targets, that is the Sustainable Development Goals. Um, within this, I would like to, within this concept, rewilding is very important. It is very imperative today for restoring our environment. So in this, on this basis only, I would like to address three major dimensions through rewilding. One would be rewilding as a response to ecocide. Secondly, rewilding as a legal mandate under the in rights of nature, and thirdly, integrating indigenous knowledge into the rewilding framework. So if you look at ecocide, it has not been it's not a very recent concept. Rather, it has been introduced in the 1970s, and since then it usually defines it's with regard to destroying one's home. So we have to view ecosystems as possessing a form of personhood. So if you look at it from a legal concept, it would basically talk about unlawful or wanton acts which are committed with the knowledge that there is substantial likelihood of severe and either widespread long-term damage to the environment. Now there is the central discussion on this is that is to amend the Rome Statute so that ecocide can be included as part of the as a fifth core international crime. So therefore, further, secondly, I would focus on rewilding as a legal mandate under the rights of nature. So rewilding as a form of ecological justice is rooted in the principle of giving back, acknowledging that ecosystems are not passive, rather they're living communities. So it is in this light that as humans, we should be part of this balance, obviously not as rulers, but as keystone species that help maintain the ecological stability. So for instance, the countries like Ecuador, Bolivia they have recognized rights of nature in their constitution. And so along the same lines, even the Supreme Court has enlarged Article 21 to include rights of nature. And within that, we should also see restoring as a legal mandate. Lastly, with regard to integrating indigenous knowledge into rewilding frameworks, we should understand that in ensuring ecological justice, we should not cause injustice to those who are usually connected with the nature, that is indigenous communities. So for instance, if I give an example, the Nilgiris region in southern India, which has usually a lot of environmental destruction is driven by colonial tea plantations. So thereby it has displaced a lot of indigenous population over there. So against this, rewilding would be a very critical solution where conservationists, ecologists and indigenous Adivasi communities would be able to reclaim deforested tea lands and restoring native vegetation and reviving the entire ecosystem. And to conclude, I would say that as environmental crisis intensifies, embedding rewilding within the law and policy option offers a very viable justice-driven approach to repairing the planet, where restoration would not just be an option, but rather it should be essential for a balanced and sustainable future.
Very good, Mrs. Stanzin. She's a law student in Delhi University, so I was not able to in the starting, and she has very well presented, and we'll discuss more in the last question and answer session. Now, next is Mr. Pavan Kumar. He is from Delhi University.
So good evening, all of you. So my topic is rewilding the Aravallis. So as our planet bears deeper scar from the ongoing climate crisis, urgent and passionate action become essential. Rewilding stand out as a hopeful strategy to enhance biodiversity and combat climate change. The Aravalli Range, India's ancient spine, is now fighting for its survival against greed and unpredictable weather. This paper looks into the rewilding effort in Aravallis, inspired by the inspiring Aravalli Biodiversity Park in Gurgaon. Renowned governmental initiative paving the way. The Aravalli's range history and significance. The Aravalli Range, one of the world's oldest mountain system, was formed over 2.5 billion years ago during the Precambrian era. It is extend approximately 800 kilometers from Delhi through Haryana, Rajasthan into Gujarat, with Guru Shikhar at Mount Abu reaching 1,722 meters, composed mainly granites, quartzite rocks. It also rich biodiversity hotspot, home to more than 400 plant species along with the leopard, hyenas and varieties of bird life protected within reserves such as the Sariska Tiger Reserve and Mount Abu Wildlife Sanctuary. So the Aravalli Range is in crisis. The Aravalli Range is really struggling because of human activities and climate change. Thinking like illegal mining, deforestation, expanding cities and invasion plant having damaged about 42 of its 6.45 million hectare. Mining for marble and granite has also hit the core of the range. As reported from the Hindu in 2024, the Forest Survey of India tracked a 0.9% decline in forest cover from 1999 to 2019. Sandstorm from the Thar Desert now hit Delhi, bringing more pollution and weird weather, according to the environmental expert Anumita Roy Chaudhary in 2023. Rewilding as a solution. Rewilding means restoring ecosystem by reintroducing native species and reducing human interference to let nature thrive. It boosts biodiversity, supporting animals like Indian foxes and chinkara, while capturing carbon to fight climate change and improving water retention in dry areas like Aravallis. According to the Wire Science published in 2020, the Aravalli Biodiversity Park shows it works, and the Aravalli Green Wall project launched by PM Modi on June 5, 2015, as also talked about the Dr. S. Satapathy Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam concept, which launched by PM Modi. So the case study which I will talk about, Aravalli Biodiversity Park. The Aravalli Biodiversity Park, a 392-acre green oasis in Gurgaon, grew from a mined out wasteland starting June 5, 2010. I am Gurgaon, working with the Gurgaon Municipal Corporation and partner like Hero Motor Corp, transformed it. The key efforts included careful clearing harmful plants, removed invasive species to plant local trees, trees planting, planted 1,75,000 trees, scrubs and grasses including dhau, salai and dhak, grown in the nursery of Aravalli plants. Community effort, as talked about, as talked Dr. Ridhima Solanki, who also said that the community effort should be there. So over over 20,000 volunteers, including students from 30 schools and employees from 70 companies, use natural method without chemical. Climate benefit ponds and drip irrigation save 4 million liters of water each year, improve air quality and reduce pollution. Wildlife growth. This park diverse wildlife is recognized by eBird.com global bird database. Over 182 bird species, including rare ones, making it a top bird watching spot in Delhi NCR. So I wish you all watch you all go there and see the this park, which is really wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Pavan. Yeah, so now I would like to invite Miss Anana Tommy, who is a MSW Master of Social Work student from Amity University, Noida campus. And she will talk on science, ethics, compassion, and holistic approach to ecological restoration.
Good evening, everyone. Today, I will be talking about science, ethics, and compassion together with a holistic framework for ecological restoration. Now, I would like all of you, all of your attention to come to a powerful insight where we have to think that it requires more than action when it comes to saving our planet. It requires intention, insight, and heart. Now, when we talk about the crisis we are in, to be honest, we can begin with a simple sentence that Earth is in crisis. Biodiversity is collapsing, species are disappearing faster than ever, Climate change is fueling extreme weather across every continent, and our most essential resources, soil and water, are vanishing or degraded. This is not tomorrow's problem. It's already here and it touches every aspects of our life: food, health, homes, and our hopes. If we want to restore the earth, we must respond with urgency and with vision. Now, I personally believe that whenever we try to put an approach towards any part of our life, ethics is very important because it drives us to a purpose. It makes us think, is it right or wrong? Now, rather than me talking about many big global changes, what can I do in an individual basis is something I can think about on a grassroots level. For example, I would like to also mention that I'm from Kerala, and I was born and brought up in Kerala, but I was raised in Delhi. And whenever I think about Kerala or I tell people about Kerala, they find it like a spot for relaxation or traveling. But to be honest, it's just a place where the people or the citizens of there are very sure about what they are doing regarding plastic waste. If you go to certain places like which is Tamil Nadu or south part of the Indian region, you can see how particular they are regarding their waste management. And when it comes to places like us where we live, Delhi, Noida, or any cities, Bangalore or Mumbai, we are only thinking about keeping our houses clean or our rooms clean or disposing the plastics which we are using on a daily basis. But what, are we ever thinking or taking our time out of what is happening to the waste which we are disposing on the ground level, or when we are traveling to any place, what is happening to them, who is picking up? So rather than thinking that somebody else will do it, we should start on a small basis which is within ourselves. Now I would like to point about, whenever it comes to environment causes, we can correlate it with three fundamental things, which is my topic itself, that is science, compassion, and ethics. Now, how science comes in this? Science gives us clarity. It gives us a tool to understand, to measure, and to heal. Through observation, experimentation, and data science reveals how ecosystem function and how they fall apart. Whether it's mapping a forest carbon cycle, analyzing soil erosion, or building models for climate adaptation, science is the foundation of any real solution. But science alone is not enough. It tells us what can be done, not always what should be done. Now, how ethics come in this topic? Restoration is not only technical, it's deeply political and moral. Who believes who benefits from restored lands? Who decides what gets protected or sacrificed? Ethics pushes us to confirm injustice to ensure environmental decisions are inclusive, transparent, and fair. Without ethics, restoration risk become a top-down theoretical exercise, but with ethical guidance, it becomes a democratic and dignified progress. Now, when it comes to compassion, how with knowledge and action we can change this world. Compassion is what moves us from knowledge to action. It reminds us that ecosystems are not just resources, they are home, cultures, and lives. It teaches us empathy, not just for people, but for forest, rivers, animals, and future generation. Restoration then becomes more than planting trees. It becomes an act of healing, a way to mend the bond between humanity and nature. Now, the three pillars, I would like to combine them and conclude my topic. Science gives us the map, ethics tell us where and how we should go, and compassion give us the will to make the journey. Together, they create a system that is not ecologically sound, but socially just and spiritually meaningful. Each pillar reinforces the others, and that makes the framework resilient. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Anana. And I think she has covered very nicely and related with the God's own country, Kerala, and we all know that we go there. So yeah, so in the next, Ms. Sangye Dolma will present. Yeah.
Hello everyone, am I audible? I hope. I am Sangi Dolma, I'm from Arunachal, and today I bring to you a very small project or an initiative at sustainable building that we're doing in Lungla, Arunachal Pradesh. I do have a script, but since we're running out of time, I would like to just take you through the pictures. So it's called Losar Mikje. I'll just start by telling you what the name means. So Gishi Dorji Damdullah very kindly put in a request to His Holiness's office to name the school, and His Holiness on the spot named it, which Losar means fresh mind, new mind, and Mikji means opening the eyes. So it's a school for the younger kids in the remotely located village, so which means opening the eyes of the younger minds so that they can have a better experience of the world. And I think young age is when they're more receptive to anything new, and we're implementing small things here and there to help them understand the importance of nature, and it's a part of like the learning experience in the school. So very recently, in the month of April, Kishila has visited us at the school and inaugurated the learning center. Next, this is the school building and the residential place. We're still at the very initial stages. So the first picture is the school building, and we have, as of now, classes 1, 2, and 3, and that is the residential building. We've ensured that we do not cut trees unless it was absolutely necessary. We're trying to protect as many trees as we can on the campus. Next is we're using sustainable materials. As you see on the left, which is mud bricks, they've been sent to Bangalore for it to be tested, the soil, and we've used it to make mud bricks, which have also been used in the buildings. And also, if you see, the walls are mud walls. So the next one is also we've used stone and mud, which is traditionally used and also sort of helps us to stay away from derail from the newer methods for cooling, or the dependency sort of reduces because it is also climate appropriate since it's a colder region. So the stone and the mud keeps the rooms colder during summers and a little warmer in the winters as it traps the heat. Then I won't say that we're 100% sustainable. We're still using modern materials like cement, which is just to raise the platform or the foundation, as you can see. It's also because it's a rainy region, so we're trying to protect the structures from moisture damage. Then next, we're also creating employment opportunities for the local people who are mostly villagers and daily wagers. So they're all local people, and also it's helping us protect or preserve or carry forward the traditional methods that have been refined over centuries. So next, also our school does not use any sort of water that has been carried from an outer source. So underground, high altitude underground hot springs, and that same is connected to the school. And it's also because sustainability for us is also very spiritual, since we believe mountains are very sacred. And that's why there are times when us locals also go and offer prayers to the mountain, so that the pressure of the water remains and we don't have to look for other sources of water. Next, we are also implementing something called eco bricks, and these bottles, as you can see, are all filled with plastic garbages that we use on a daily basis. It's not to completely minimize the usage of it, but since we are aware and we acknowledge that there on a daily we do use some amount of plastic materials. So what we've done is we've taught the kids how to prepare eco bricks. So they're all filled with waste materials, and that's what we're using in the borders for the garden. And we're also using for the fencing bamboo. And I guess we've come to the end. This is Gishila with us at our school. And I know it's a very small initiative, but we hope that in the future we do become a successful, sustainable projects. And I hope you all can maybe visit us sometime in Arunachal. We'd love to have you there. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I think it's wonderful that what initiatives you have taken, and definitely in terms of restoration and protecting the biodiversity is very important. So, moving further, I would like to, add something that maybe students are here, youth is here, and they have some thoughts. So obviously they should also get time, and definitely time is also when you read something and when you speak from your heart. So there is a difference. So normally in the conferences people come with the write up and they want to read it. So what they want to say, sometimes they are not able to articulate and communicate. But definitely in this platform I can see that those who spoke are very well. They have taken different point of views in different aspects. And definitely I just want to add with this that whatever we want to do today for the restoration or the rewilding, it's not just plantation of trees or putting some initiatives, but we have to see that by heart, by connect, we are trying to do something which we want to see in future for our generations, which those who are coming forward. And whatever we will revive today or restore today, either it is a land, river, or any other natural thing, that will continue to give us the legacy which we will leave behind actually. So at this note, from the young students youth panel, I believe that the voice which we discussed will go further. At the end I would like to say, somebody said that जिस ओर जवानी चलती है उस ओर जमाना चलता है. So I think this is very apt. Wherever the youth goes, the whole society goes there. So I believe that this momentum of climate change and the restoration and ecology will go further with the student and youth further. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing your insights. They are truly important and much appreciated. And thank you, Dr. Chonji, for chairing this very session.
Thank you.
And now I would like to request Ms. Tejimpa, our research fellow, Environment and Development Tax, Tibet Policy Institute, Dharamsala, to kindly present souvenir and Tibetan white scarf to our chairperson and our student panelists. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause to them. So we have Dr. Prashant Rakesh Chonji, Ms. Diksha Shakya, Ms. Tenzin Iggez Choskit, Ms. Sange Tulma, okay. And now we have Ms. Anena Tommy. And Pawanji, Mr. Pawan. Okay, thank you everyone, and thank you so much for your participation. And before we conclude today's conference, I kindly request our secretary, Mr. Tinze Kunkyapla, to give the word of thanks. Mr. Kunkyapla.
On behalf of Tiberos New Delhi, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our chief guest, Srimati Ranjana Jaji, and our guest of honor, Mr. Abhijit Haldarji, for taking their time out of their busy schedule and contributing to this conference. And I would like to thank our keynote speaker, Mr. Harshvardhanji, and the very convener of this conference, from selecting the theme to identifying the scholars and experts. We are very grateful to you, sir. And I would like to thank our distinguished speakers and chairpersons for accepting our invitation and for sharing your insights with us. A special commendation to the student panel for their remarkable contribution as well. And I would like to express my sincere appreciation to my colleagues and all the volunteers for their dedication and enthusiasm for putting all this together. We're very immensely grateful to Venerable Keshadoshi Tamdullah, um, the director of Tibet House New Delhi, for the constant guidance towards the Tibet House staff, which has greatly enhanced our capabilities. Last but not the least, I would like to thank our wonderful audience and students for your active participation in this conference. We hope that you found this conference very meaningful and interesting, and I hope to see you all again soon in our future conferences and seminars. As you can find in your program booklet, the registration for the third batch of Nalanda certificate course will open on 6th July, which is the 90th birth anniversary of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. So we are also celebrating, we are also organizing a grand celebration of the 90th birthday of His Holiness. So I would like to, so we will be sharing the details in our website soon. It will be on 6th July and also on 11th July. There will be a film screening of the daily premiere of the latest documentary movie of His Holiness, The Wisdom of Happiness. There will be book discussion on the book by a Swiss photographer, Mr. Manuel Bauer, and there will be cultural performances also. So we will be sharing the details soon. If you are interested in Tibet House programs and our courses, you can subscribe to our weekly announcement by sending us an email to programs@tibethouse.in. You can also visit our website www.tibethouse.in. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can follow us on our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter also, which is known as X. That is all for today. Thank you for joining us, and have a great weekend. Thank you. And I would also like to announce that we have arranged a refreshment just adjacent to this hall. There's an open space, which is same as the morning tea, the venue. Thank you.